Saying hey everybody, we hope you guys are having a great evening. I'm making a video, one, to just let you guys have a nice little live update of the girls and watching them explore their freshly cleaned and fleece changed cages after some salad time. But two, also making this video to kind of address some of the things that I am hearing other guinea pig pet YouTubers talk about in their video, because I feel like some of the things that are being said is kind of more of a personal opinion versus actual care. So to start off this video, I know in previous videos I've talked about this tons and tons of times, but I'm going to talk about it again today. When it comes to owning your guinea pigs, you always need to make sure that you are providing the proper enclosure for them. Rule of thumb is for a pair of guinea pigs, it should be 8 square feet, 2 by 4. Or for some of us pet owners, we feel more like your cage should be built on an 8 square foot size per pig. And an example of that is the way that we set up our Midwest guinea pig cages when we got the girls. We got the original Midwest guinea pig cage a week before we got the girls, so we would have the proper minimum size for a pair. And then a week after we brought them home, we got a second Midwest guinea pig cage. That way, Queenie and Sweetie would each have 8 square feet to themselves. When we got Honey, who is over here munching on salad remnants, we got the third Midwest guinea pig cage. That way, each guinea pig would once again have 8 square feet to theirself. The bigger your enclosure is, the better your guinea pigs thrive, the more active they are, the more curious they are, the more they want to explore their environment. So when housing guinea pigs, you should at least either do 8 square foot per pig, or you should at least do 8 square feet per pair. And that's the minimum. The larger you go, the better you go. If I had it my way and our pet room was not carpeted and it was more of a hardwood floor style, pretty much half of this bedroom would just be for the guinea pigs. And that would be like half the bedroom would belong to them, the other half would belong to the cats that we have. The second thing that I want to address is you should never buy a guinea pig by themselves. This also includes males. When it comes to female guinea pigs thrive in groups more so than pairs. But you should always, when buying a guinea pig, you should always make sure that you are buying a pair, whether it is male or female, because your guinea pig needs a friend. They need one of their own with them to comfort them and give them a sense of safety, because guinea pigs are herd animals. So the bigger the herd, the better they thrive. So you should never, ever house a guinea pig by itself, and never think that, oh, well, I'm getting this one guinea pig and it's my only pet and it'll be fine because it'll get all my attention. Our attention to them is nurturing and enriching for them, but it is not the same as the nurture and enrichment they get from being with one of their own or in a group of their own. Herd animals should never ever be housed alone. And with that being said, that's why we got Queenie and Sweetie together, and then we got Honey as the third one, and that's also why we're going to be getting a fourth girl. So Honey has a younger guinea pig that she can kind of bond with a little bit more so than she has Queenie and Sweetie, and somebody just more her size. And we will also be getting a fourth guinea pig cage. The next thing that I want to address about getting males in pairs. Males should always be gotten in pairs, and you should always have a 2 cage set up in case when your males reach maturity, they start fighting with one another, so that they have their own separate little places that they can be held, so you can give them time, space, and you can work on rebonding them. Even male guinea pigs should always be housed with a partner, and there should always be an extra cage available or an extra safe space to where you can separate if fighting breaks out. Never, ever, ever try to use the excuse of, oh, well, male guinea pigs are territorial, so I'm just getting one. That is not an excuse for housing a male guinea pig by himself. Rule of thumb is when you go to a rescue, or say you go to your local pet shop and you're wanting male guinea pigs, you should always look for male guinea pigs who are laying together. And the reason why I say look for male guinea pigs that are laying together in the same height is because they've already formed a bond with one another, and they're already comfortable with one another. And that comfort will help the transition from pet store or rescue to home care. Another thing that I want to say is, if you are going to get a pair of male guinea pigs, you need to do your research about boar cleaning. Boar cleaning involves cleaning the penis and the anal gland of your male guinea pigs. It should be done monthly to ensure that they do not receive any infections in those areas, because they can't really get down there and clean their stuff like a cat or a dog can, because their spines are flexible but only to a certain point. So it will become your responsibility to clean those areas. If you're not willing to do that, please do not get male guinea pigs. And as you see, Honey popcorns on that. I was actually thinking about getting a pair of males, and that's how come I know about the boar cleaning and what you're supposed to do. I took it as an opportunity to educate myself a little further when it came to male guinea pigs, because I knew, wait, there's going to be something extra I have to do to ensure that they are healthy, and that's boar cleaning. So if doing things like that grosses you out, male guinea pigs are not the guinea pigs I would suggest you get. The next thing I want to talk about is picking up your guinea pig. Now, this is where I feel like it is becoming more of personal opinions versus like actuality, so to speak. Now, I have had Queenie and Sweetie for 5 months now, and even though I make sure I have treats in my hands, and I've taught them that hands equals good because hands equal treats, they are still not fans of being picked up. They really don't like it. They do have a cuddle cup that I use. They have a certain fleece blanket that they like that I always keep on hand to use. I even have their old wicker tunnels that I use to encourage them to get into with the treats in hand to make the picking them up easier. And I always keep a fleece blanket on my lap to make sure that they feel like they have more level, more sturdy ground in my lap if they're not getting floor time. So that doesn't mean they like it. That doesn't mean that they enjoy it. And I will be the first one to tell you guys, I do not come in here and pick the girls up every single day. I do make sure that I pick them up every other day, but I do not pick them up every single day because I know how much they just really don't like being picked up. And this is where it's more about observing your guinea pig behavior and personality versus trying to make your guinea pig do something they want to do. Um, and that's another reason why I like Little Adventurers channel, because Little Adventurer, she even talks about how her guinea pigs are not big fans of getting picked up, so she interacts with them um, with floor time by setting in her enclosure, because she has a big floor-based wooden enclosure, and she does pick up her guinea pigs when she feels she needs to, but she also tries to let them determine if they want to snuggle with her or not. Now, guinea pigs are like any other member of your family. They're like us. They have their own little independent brains and personalities. Some guinea pigs are really quick to tame and they grow to really enjoy it. And then some guinea pigs they just never really enjoy it. They just never really enjoy the being picked up or the being held, because it feels more like a restraint than enjoyment. And I don't feel like you should impose your personal objectives onto your family members, whether they have four legs or two, whether they have scales or feathers. I feel like you should let your pets let you know what they want. So when I come in here and I go to pick up the girls, if they do a lot of running and a lot of hiding and just a lot of leave me alone, I don't force them out of their cages, because I don't want them to ever regard me as a threat. So I let me know what they want to do. Now, there are some days it's super easy to pick them up. They're just like, okay, Mom, whatever. You fed us a crap ton of vegetables. I'll reward you by loving on me. And then there's other days where they're just like, okay, just like leave me alone. Can't you sit by my cage and just watch me and talk to me? So if your guinea pigs start acting strangely, like they don't come out for salad time, or they are just staying in their hideouts and they're not budging, they're not moving, or, they're fighting with one another, when their normal behavior starts to change drastically, that's when I that's when I say there should be no if and or but about picking them up and doing a physical examination to see if there is something that you can detect that you need to get medical assistance for. Other than that, if they're coming out for their salads and they're popcorning and they're running and they're playing and they're coming up to your hands in the cage and they're having a blast, don't ruin it by forcing them to be picked up, because they are prey animals, and prey animals do not like feeling restrained or constricted, because that's what predators do to eat them. So, you can spend time with your guinea pigs without making them uncomfortable or forcing them to be held. I come in here and I make videos with the girls and I clean their cages and I give them their water and their salad and their snacks and all that good stuff. And I just sit in here by the cage and I talk to them when I come home from work. I sit down by the cage and talk to them after, I clean out the cages, before I pick them up, after I put them back in from picking them up. I spend a lot of time just sitting with the girls and talking to them and watching them and observing them, and just really enjoy them having the freedom in their 3 Midwest guinea pig cages that they wouldn't have in a pet store or a tiny little cage from a breeder. So, there's some people in the guinea pig community on YouTube that are like, you should pick up your guinea pigs every single day, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I feel like that's more of like a personal opinion that's kind of being pushed out there, more so than them encouraging you to observe your guinea pig's personality to see if they're going to be snuggly, because some get, like I said, some guinea pigs become super snuggly and cuddly and comfortable with it, and other guinea pigs are like Miss Honey Honey over here, and they just want to run amok. They just want to eat their salad and listen to you talk to them and tell them how beautiful they are and how special they are and how much you love them, eat their stuff, and then run around like something crazy. I mean, they're guinea pigs. And guinea pigs are not domesticated to the point that cats and dogs are. So, you know, if they're acting normal and they're out eating salad and hay and having a blast and running around and coming up to the cages excited to see you, then just sit there with them and talk to them and just, you know, spend time with them and let them get used to you. Fill out their personality. You know, see what they like, what they don't like. Get an understanding of their comfort zone before you try to force what you want on them. The next thing that I want to talk about is another thing that a lot of people in the guinea pig community talk about is hay pellets, hay pellets, hay pellets. I'm on the fence about pellets. I don't always give the girls pellets. I'll let them have pellets for a couple of weeks, and then if I notice that they're eating the pellets more than their hay, I take the pellets away and make sure that they stay fully stocked on hay, and I give them vegetables. Little Adventures, she does not give her guinea pigs pellets at all. She does an all-natural hay diet with vegetables. I mentioned this in a video a while back where she does 10 to 20% of their body weight in vegetables and hay. Honestly, I've been experimenting with this for a while, and I feel like my guinea pigs eat their hay better and have more energy when I don't give them their pellets and I just let them have their hay and I just let them have their vegetables than they do when the pellets are in there. So, I mean, for instance, they have orchard grass in that log. They have Timothy hay in that log from yesterday. And they still have that much Timothy hay in that log from yesterday. But all the pellet bowls were empty but one. And I use the small cups of pellets. And I only put like a pinch of pellets per cup. So the girls are eating the pellets more than they're eating their hay, and that's not the healthiest for them. So in the morning I will be coming in and taking out all of the pellet bowls to encourage them to graze on the hay more than eat the pellets. And I am honestly thinking about going with Little Adventures diet plan of hay and 10 to 20% of their body weight in vegetables, because in the wild they don't have pellets. They have hays, grasses, and the vegetables that they forage on in nature. So I'm going back and forth about it. And the next thing that I want to say is do your research. A lot of the things that you will hear on YouTube from people will, like I said, be more of like personal opinions, more so than anything. And I did a year's worth of research before I even got the girls. I researched the minimum cage size that they needed. I researched, you know, like what their dietary needs would be. I researched about calcium. I researched about all of it for a year before I even got the girls. And it paid off in the long run, because the only actual YouTube channel that I follow religiously and believe everything she says is Little Adventurers. because her guinea pigs live for a very long time, and you can tell that they're very well taken care of, and you can tell that she invests a lot of time in her guinea pigs. Scotty's Animals is another good guinea pig channel to watch. He does do rescue work at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and he does foster guinea pigs. And he's really good about the information, and he's really good about advice and stuff like that. So he's a good one to watch for references. But when it comes to like dietary advice, Little Adventures, she's the one that I personally listen to and follow more of her instructions. Just because to me it doesn't feel like it's an over opinionated presentation about guinea pig care. To me it feels more actual, more reality, and I just really like that. And plus her guinea pigs are adorable. So yeah, Little Adventures is definitely a channel I recommend. Scotty's Animals is another one I recommend. He's really cool, he's really sweet. He's really passionate about guinea pig care. Queenie is, they've had this carrot in this cage for 4 months now, and they're just now starting to chew on it. It cracks me up. It's a oxbow Timothy Hay woven carrot toy I bought 4 months ago for $5.99, and Queenie is just going to town on that sucker out of nowhere. Hey, honey. Hi, baby. Sweetie Pie, you gonna come make your debut? Oh, there goes that Sweetie Pie. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous potato. Oh, that gorgeous potato with legs. Look at that gorgeous potato with legs. Don't chew on your fiddlestick, you goofy girl. So beautiful. Sweetie Pie, you're so beautiful. Where you going, pretty lady? Pretty lady. Oh, look at that beautiful Sweetie Pie. Look at that beautiful Sweetie Pie. You are so beautiful, baby. Yes, you are. You are such a beautiful baby. So are you, honey. My little gorgeous potato. Yeah, Mama's little gorgeous potato. Yes, you are, you beautiful thing, you. You popcorn baby. So beautiful. Yes, you are. Where's my Queenie Weenie? Oh, there's that beautiful girl. Oh, yeah. That beautiful baby. Here she goes. Oh, goodness, she's so silly. What's my beautiful Queenie doing? She's hiding in the corner. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about some of that stuff with you guys today. Do your research. Make sure you meet the minimum cage requirements. Go bigger if you can. Go as big as you can. Make sure you understand their dietary needs really well. Spend time with them. That doesn't necessarily mean forcing them to be held. It can simply be just sitting next to their cages, telling them how beautiful they are and how much you love them, and just sitting there with them for a while, because I know I enjoy sitting here watching the girls do their own little thing. Don't I, Queenie Weenie? What you say, Sweetie Pie? Yeah? Honey, what you say? Honey. What you say, honey? And just enjoy them. Just love them, enjoy them, spoil them, and treat them like family, because to me, all of my fur babies are just that, my babies. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry that it's really long. I didn't mean for it to be this long, but I just wanted to talk about that stuff with you guys and just let you watch the girls be themselves. So for me and the girls, y'all have a great night, and we will see you next time. Bye.